welcome to Roll Fair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm just so excited. As always, we will introduce ourselves. I am Devin, the Dungeon Master.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Alton, the Tiefling Warlock.
I'm Kayla, playing Kaiji, the Tabaxi Pirate.
I'm Sharu playing. I am Austin playing.
Austin is asleep right now.
I'm Austin playing Sharu, the sleeping turtle.
I'm Ben playing Raina the Ranger, and I am also still subbing in for Brad as Arden the Wizard, who is currently blind and heading towards ivory stalks of gold.
And I am Sarah, and I am playing Asar, the Fire Genasi sorceress.
Okay. So, last time, the party has been brought to this well of wild magic, so to speak, and called the Kuzrak Tuaza, or as Urin calls it, the Kinrasi Uchimu. It's essentially the dragon well, or the draught of magic. The party entered into this well and have discovered various effects to different levels of severity. Arden became blind, as was mentioned, and Sharu fell asleep. And we have just encountered a small troop of skeletons that appeared out of nowhere from the ground and attacked the party, which they disposed of easily enough. But they are still looking to gather some rare components in hopes that they can produce some loot of sorts to sell in the future. So we're going to pick up from there, and we're going to start back from the top with, we'll start with Arden, and then go to Sharu, and then to Urin, who are all currently inside of the well. So at this point, Arden's vision comes back to him.
I can see! It's a miracle! and he's like, oh, yes, I'm heading in the right direction, but then he looks behind and he sees everyone's kind of up in arms. He's like, what's going on? Why are you you look like you're about ready to fight something.
But just get the job done.
Did I miss something?
Yes, just get the job done.
They're probably about 60 feet behind you, too, so
I'm shouting.
Shouting in a hoarse whisper.
Seems kind of dangerous now. Maybe I shouldn't be in here alone. Oh well. He casts mage armor on himself and keeps heading towards the ivory.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see what happens along the way. Where are my magical dice? All right.
Alton will cast message to Arden. Remember, Arden, we've got your back. Back here, way back here.
Way back.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Did you just TPK?
I don't know.
Well, damn.
Okay. We'll roll with it. So as he is progressing forward, I need to look up a spell real quick. Sorry.
Who wants to place bets? I bet we just summoned a Tarask.
I'm leaving this table.
All right.
Poison cloud.
Remember, it's all just a dream.
Fireball.
Turns out that fish just knocked us out.
Fireball is easy to look up, so he's not looking at fireball.
You're not wrong.
All right. Okay. This is so as he goes forward, you see. Gosh, this is brutal. Okay. So you see. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, you guys are okay. So an elemental just sprouts out of nowhere next to Arden, and it is just a steam method, but it looks towards Arden and is not particularly happy, and he is going to have a battle at some point.
Why me?
Okay.
I just wanted to be rich.
So
Think of all the things I could do with the chalk.
go ahead and roll a quick initiative for Arden.
I thought that was a 1. It's a 7. 8.
Okay.
Still bad, but not
Oops.
not
It's
a
probably
1.
still in range for me to help provide some support there.
Oops. Sorry.
Some range support.
All right.
How dare you?
Okay. He is going to get the chance to attack first. He already cast Mage Armor, though, so it actually is going to be that creature's turn. So it is going to...
I mean, he cast it before he kept moving.
Sorry?
He cast it before he kept moving in. So he cast it and then continued moving in.
And this would have happened at the end of the turn.
Okay.
So
So he can see again, and the first thing he sees is an elemental.
yes, and it is going to come at him and attack. And what's his AC with the Mage Armor?
14.
14. Okay. And that is going to hit.
Does he have shield?
4D.
Yeah, shield
Okay.
puts it up to a 19.
Sounds good. So he is not able to hit. And we are going to move on to Raynor. If you want to try and take a shot at it, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna just whip out my bow and go from here. I don't dare step into this thing if I don't have to. Oh, that's good. 21.
That'll hit.
6 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're able to do a little damage to it. It's really like this elemental of steam, almost like cloud. But oddly enough, when the arrow hits it, you can tell that there is something that occurs that causes it some pain. And up next is Urin, who is going to just start gathering like mad. And he's able to gather quite an armful of things, just picking sporadically as he goes. Mossy, you're next.
Okay, I shoot at this thing with my bow. That's 14.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay. 7.
Okay. So you do another bit of damage here. And we are on to Asar.
Saul will cast Bless. No, yes. On Reyna, Kaiji, and Alton.
Okay. Sounds good. So you guys feel that that blessing's power, and Sharu, you wake up from your sleep. You lose half your movement getting up.
Oh, I see Arden way ahead of me, and I cast on myself. Is this yeah, it's a touch ability. Enhanced ability. I gain 2d6 temporary HP, and I'm going to enhance my bear's endurance. So I mean, I get advantage on con checks.
Okay.
I gain 10 temporary HP.
Nice. All right. Alton.
Let's see how good fire does against steam.
And I am running towards Arden.
How far is this thing?
It's probably about 90 feet at this
Okay.
point.
Yeah, the only thing I can do then is some fire stuff. So let's try. Alton will try throwing some more hellfire out there.
Okay.
That is, 14 to hit.
Okay.
That hits.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 3 fire damage and 2 necrotic damage.
Okay. Sounds good. It seems that as the fire hit, it explodes around the creature, but dissipates as if nothing seems to happen.
So it's probably not on fire either.
It is not on fire, no. Arden is up.
Arden is going to use Ray of Frost.
Okay.
15.
That'll hit.
Okay, it doesn't tell me how much damage there.
I think it's a D8.
Yeah, it's either D or D8. Nice. 8 damage,
Okay.
and it's slowed by 10 feet.
Sounds good. So as the ray of frost comes out, you see the steam kind of coalesce into these ice chunks, and as it fully embraces around the bean, you see it kind of crumble and fall and shatter onto the ground and is no more. So at this point, I would say these stalks of ivory are probably only about 10 feet away. So he can get up there and start trying to pluck them as best as he can.
And he does as quickly as he can to try and grab what he can in a short period of time.
Okay. I will say next turn, he can start grabbing because this is just movement still.
Yes.
And we are on to you, which I actually didn't roll an option for you while on your last turn. What's going to happen? Let's see.
For sure.
Be good, be good, be good, be good.
It's been all bad so far.
You gain the ability to fly.
As you cast this enhance ability on you, this Constitution check, you also notice that you get the very pleasant smell of strawberries coming into your nostrils,
Nice.
and that lasts for 8 hours.
Nice.
Okay. And Urin has to roll as well.
and cream.
6. Urin gets advantage on his next attack.
Oh, that's not good. He's right by us. Now it's his turn to strike.
All right, and we are back to Arden. So
Yes, Arden
Well,
is going to pick up whatever he can in a single
there's no combat right now.
in a single turn. Just
Okay. Go ahead and just make a strength check for me, or an athletics. Do an athletics.
I'm very athletic. 14.
Okay. I would say with that, Arden is able to grab 2 stalks, and they're a little tough to break off. Because of how long they are, you're able to get pretty good leverage, and he's able to break 2 of these off kind of near the base, and you now have 2 ivory stalks.
Okay, could I get close enough to some of the calcite in just running? Because that's my action. And
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay, so he grabs 2 stalks and then he runs over to the calcite.
Okay, sounds good. And let's see what happens. All right. All right. So I'm going to roll D4.
Okay.
You're going to magically displace 15 feet in a random direction. So
Please be in the direction I want it to be.
if you roll a 1, it'll be towards the direction you want to go. 2 is left, 3 is right, 4 is backwards. 3. So you move 15 feet to the right of where you were heading.
I'm lost. It's over there.
I'll cast a message to Arden again.
Okay.
How's it going up there?
I am trying to leave, but I moved.
About what we expected. I think he says senile is over.
All right. Sharu, you're up next. Go ahead and do whatever you're doing.
Okay. I'm gonna probably make it up to the ivory stalks on this turn.
So you've moved about 45 feet, so 60 feet if you're using full action, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I run to the stocks.
Okay.
Can I make a quick perception check, see if there's anything else past the stocks?
Sure.
7 plus 4, so 11.
You see a lot of stocks. It kind of goes on
Okay.
almost like a field for a while, but you don't see anything beyond that really catches your eye.
Okay.
Okay. And let's roll for you. You're going to get double effects of the strawberries. It's now going to last 16 hours. And it's more intense.
Wow, strawberries. Not sure if I'll be able to eat them for a while.
Okay. And we are
We're
on
gonna
to
taste them in every meal.
Urin, who is still going to be plucking away at some things. And he's like tossing these things, and whenever he gets too much, he tosses them out
Yeah,
towards you
Raina
guys.
is actually gathering up anything that he tosses, but being very careful not to get to go into the area.
Sounds good. So as he starts tossing these over, all of a sudden you see him just crumple, and you start hearing and he falls asleep. So
Aaron!
we are back to
That must be really tiring work he's doing.
we're back to Arden.
Auden is going to try and break off as much calcite as he can.
Okay, go ahead and just do an attack roll for me.
Okay. Because he probably has like a,
I think he has a quarterstaff.
yeah,
You also could use the ivory if you wanted to.
probably the staff is a better idea. It doesn't tell me anywhere. He doesn't have it actually set up here. But it's probably,
Quarterstaff, I think that's 1d8.
No,
Or for the attack modifier.
It's
Yeah.
a
This is
D6.
D6. But wait, it's versatile though. You can use two hands.
You can't
Okay.
use two hands.
+2 to hit.
Like a baseball
Okay.
bat.
15.
Okay, so you're able to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage real quick.
Yeah, he's two-handing it. 8 damage.
Okay, I would say you're able to break off a pretty considerable chunk here. Let's say size of it, you're probably looking at 100 gold pieces worth.
Okay, he's going to grab it and run back to Sharu.
Okay, sounds good. So back to the ivory.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. And let's see what happens.
Do you see anything out in the distance past the ivory?
I don't know. We should probably get out of here, though.
So as he comes up to here, and before you start talking, he just has this strong urge to sneeze. It's just, and he catches 5 gold pieces in his hands, covered in mucus.
Ow.
That's new.
All right. We're on to Shrew.
I'm gonna try to harvest some stalks of ivory.
Okay, go ahead and make your strength check. Or an athletics, I'm sorry.
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
I count
Okay,
it.
I count that. That's pretty straight up.
21.
21. Okay, so I would say with that, you're probably able to harvest, I'd say 5 stalks altogether.
Sweet.
And each of these is around worth around 150 gold pieces.
Cool.
So, and we need to roll for you. What's going to happen? I don't know. 41. We're going to re-roll that one because that already happened once. That's lame.
More strawberries?
It's kind of surprising how often you can roll dice
I know.
and it comes up the exact.
I've rolled 3 the same, all the same tonight.
So much strawberries.
So much strawberries.
The other one was I just rolled the elemental one again, but I didn't want to do that one again. But you and up to sorry, we lost it. 2 allies of your choice within 60 feet of you heal 2d4 plus 4 hit points.
Well, I'm not 60. The only person that's close to me is Arden, because I'm more than 60 feet away from the rest of the party.
Did you lose any hit points?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
So,
You feel great.
yeah, you guys feel very invigorated.
I feel refreshed.
Oh, that was a nice effect.
Maybe it's not too bad out here after all.
I mean, I'm smelling strawberries quite strongly. I wonder, is there anything edible around here?
I don't smell anything.
And Urin is going to wake up from his little nap, and he's like, oh gosh, and he starts picking some more. And we are going to do...
He's just gonna disappear into another realm.
Okay. So as he's looking at you, trying to toss things to you, a stone wall just rises up out of the ground between you and him, and it is a 10 by 10 stone wall. So quite large.
So now we've lost sight of him.
You've lost sight of
He's just
all of
behind
them.
that wall.
I move to the side where I can kind of see around the wall. Over here!
I shout, you go left, I go right. And so I go to the other side opposite of Raynor to see what's going on.
I'll cast message again to
Okay.
Sheru this time.
Okay.
Like, you guys better get out of here. There's some really weird shit going on.
Yes. Just we'll be back in just a moment.
Okay. We're back to Arden.
Arden touches Shrew and casts a Long Strider at second level, so both me and him get an extra 10 feet of movement.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're able to move 40
and then
feet.
I start running out of the circle.
Okay. Sounds good. So you made it 40 feet. You've got another 60 to go.
High numbers
And-
are usually bad.
What?
I said high numbers are usually bad.
Yeah, it's great. This one's good. So until your next turn, you gain the effects of the shield spell.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
So you feel this protection around you. You feel invigorated. You feel feeling a little healthier.
I'm going to get out of here scot-free.
And
See how that works against the meteor swarm.
we are on to Shrew.
Do I run? Do I get more ivory? I'm gonna do ivory one more time. Get a little bit
Okay.
more ivory.
And then move.
Yes. I got 6 on my strength. So.
Okay. So just from the exertion you put in last time, you aren't able to really gather any additional ivory.
Oh, this isn't worth it. And I just take off.
Did you do that as an athletics?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you weren't able to get any additional ivory, but you start moving further on. You move 40 feet, and you experience.
Gain experience?
You gain dark vision for 8 hours.
Is wild magic like the thing where you can like also get like extra levels randomly?
I don't know. That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
That'd be crazy. Anyway, sorry.
All right, and we're back to Urin.
I forgot
and
it's a custom table.
he says, I'm just going to gather a little bit more, and then this is the last batch. And he starts
6
gathering.
seconds.
Starts gathering. That's cocked. And as he does, oh, poor guy.
Sleep again.
No.
Well, if he dies, I guess it's a.
All right.
But he has all the stuff. Well, half the
I
stuff.
mean, if it's a fireball, there's a wall right there at least, right?
Well, for us, not for you.
I'm 60 feet away, so I think that's outside range.
Maybe he
Okay.
turns into a unicorn.
Mm.
Then we can tame him. Ride him into the sunset.
All right. Just had to look up another spell.
Well, it's a good thing he's behind a wall.
What if he turns into another wall?
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be good for all of you. Double check one additional thing. Okay. So, this is another random location one. So on a 1, it's going to be over by the party that's outside of the circle. A 2, it's going to be to the left. 3 to the right. And then 4 backwards towards Shrew and Arden. Okay. So
Oh,
it
great.
moves towards you guys, and this is Cloud of Daggers that's cast within you, within the area to you.
Is that a dex
And it's
save?
at second level. Okay.
I almost want to try to fight it off with sword
All right,
first.
so it's 2d4.
Is there a dex save thing on that, or is it just a...
I'm sorry, it's 44. Hang on, let me check.
44 damage? You're all dead.
There's not even a save.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
it's,
That's fine.
You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube of 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. A creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay, well, we're probably spread out enough at the point where it'd probably only hit one of us.
Yeah, so it's about 10 feet essentially. So 5 feet on each side of the point. So
Because there was the 10-foot wall, and we ran to opposite sides to look at it.
where are you at in this, Asar? Are you kind of in the middle?
Yeah, I didn't really move. I'm still behind the wall.
Yeah, so probably around in the middle near Alton then, if Kaiji and Raynor moved to the sides.
You didn't move?
I didn't move. I just stayed there and
Okay.
kept messaging,
He was just like,
being super helpful.
these guys are idiots.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 10. I will say, because just for narration purposes, you were talking to him. So I'm going to say you two take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
So these daggers just come spreading outward, and Urin looks up and says, Sorry! It wasn't me.
Get out now!
Okay, and he books it out of there after he grabs the last little bit, and we're back to Arden.
And Arden, with that extra 10 feet, and he just uses all of his movement so he can get 80 feet, which would get him out of the circle.
Yes. So I will say, for the purposes of this,
He is very spry.
yes, for the purposes of this, you guys are able to escape without another roll, unless you're doing something, Sharu.
I want to pick some herbs.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Can you do a survival or something?
No, you'll just be able to pick a bundle.
Okay. I'm going to pick some herbs and then get out.
That means you're going to move 40.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's like 2 rounds.
Raynor moves away from the cloud of daggers, by the way. Obviously.
Just to keep standing. Yeah.
Interesting. So, I'm going to say, for the sake of this, there's no water around, but the water in your water skins all becomes holy water.
Wow.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
So
and you escape the next round, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
Alton's getting a little bored waiting for him. Can he just mess with his mage hand and try to grab anything 30 feet ahead of him?
How many herbs did I get?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check first.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
Guidance.
Oh, thanks. Because I didn't even think to do it myself.
It's not going to help.
It's 7.
So you try and cast the mage hand, and as you reach in with that ability, it fizzles as it tries to pierce through the veil.
Well, at least it didn't turn into a skeleton or something. So
Indeed.
I'll call that a win.
So you guys are able to escape unscathed, all together with the 2 things of ivory you got, the 5 that you got, 150 each, 150 gold pieces each worth. The chalk, 100 gold pieces there. And then with all the herbs and incense that were gathered for the spellcraft, Urin comes and hands them all to you. And he says, this should cover a decent amount. And I would say you get another 150, including with what you picked, of gold pieces worth of herbs and incense.
That was exciting. I want to go back in.
No.
We all have 50 feet of rope,
That was
right?
quite a haul you guys got, though.
That's pretty entertaining to watch.
I sneezed out 5 gold pieces.
Does anybody
They're all
else
yours.
smell strawberries? Or is it just me? Just me? Okay.
I smell... I have a metallic smell in my nose at the moment. Kind of like, did you ever suck on copper pieces as a child?
can't say that I did.
Oh, so only me then. Anyway, yes, I got lots of chalk for all my magical chalk needs.
Yeah? What are you planning to do with that chalk? Why don't you tell us all just what kind of magic you can do?
Well, I have read that you use the chalk to draw circles and it can transport you great distances.
Oh, that's great. Why don't you transport us to Nalia?
Because that is a little beyond me. I've only read about it. I wish I could, because as fun as all this walking is and camping outside on the dirt and the rocks in my back,
You should get yourself a shell. It is fantastic.
I'll consider it.
Can you draw yourself a shell with the chalk?
Probably,
Like,
but
magic
I
it
don't
into
think it would do
existence?
anything.
That chalk doesn't seem very useful.
I'm going to look into what this chalk can do. Trust me, I am the wise wizard that...
Just to kind of give
These
you
books.
perspective here, this is like a block of chalk like this. Like, it's a boulder. And just because of how well you rolled, you were able to chip off a pretty good chunk.
And chalk is useful, right?
Yes. I mean, I don't know that spell either. I mean, I would have teleported us out a long time ago, but
See,
I know it's
even
valuable.
Aaron knows. And yes, it's...
you two are brave, by the way. I've never gone that far in.
I'm sorry. I saw the chalk and I saw the ivory and
Honestly, I wanted to go further in. I mean, I don't know what happened. I just smelled some strawberries. I fell asleep. This didn't seem too bad.
I would have considered going in further, but I got attacked by a giant of condensation.
Yeah,
Condensation giants are not fun. I had to use spells to get out of there, and I don't have many of those.
yes, I mean, it's dangerous. Did you see the skeletons that attacked us?
Yes.
No, what?
Wait,
Skeletons?
there were skeletons?
Yeah. And then they got hit by daggers.
I was blinded. I didn't see it.
It seems like they were more dangerous than I was.
Yes. It's a scary place.
We should come back, though.
Yes, we should. Maybe this is where we found your library.
Ooh, I would love to find a library.
No, found. So you established your library.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. We could study the wild magic and try not to die.
That sounds wonderful.
It's a little out of the way, though.
I feel like these two
Might
have found
get
their
many
honeymoon
visitors.
cottage.
We will live happily ever after with the wild magic and all the ivory that's worth lots of gold. And
I mean,
we would get rich if we didn't die.
It's true.
Not that this isn't fun, but we should probably really get moving now. I'm glad you're all out safe. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, Aaron. I'm sure it could have been much worse. So I'm going to consider this luck and say that we just need to, thank you for leading us here. I'm sure the herbs will come in handy. I know that you do herb things.
They're not the magic herb things, but
I don't know. Just, we could figure it out. But that is a lot of. That is real ivory, right?
As far as I can tell, it has the correct grain structure and appears to be real ivory.
That is actually rather impressive.
I'm gonna while looking at it, I'm gonna try to shave off or chop off a little chunk near the base, and I'm gonna see if I can do some scrimshaw and do what scrimshaw is. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a chunk, and during the next rest, I'm just gonna be scratching away at it.
Okay.
We need to keep moving. So
So, go ahead and just for the sake of your thing, do a what check would we have you make?
Performance check, maybe, or
No.
We
might be
have
just
to use
like a
a
dexterity.
crafting kit?
Yeah, you probably would need a
Dexterity
crafting
thing?
kit to do this. Do you have one?
Let's see what I got.
It was the closest thing.
I have a-
Carpenter's kit?
I have a healer's kit, which might have a needle.
I can lend you a small knife.
I do have a small knife too.
You also have
Probably
claws.
just
I
a
do have
straight
claws.
dexterity check at this point. Because he's not proficient in anything that...
Yeah. I would say if you want to be able to do it well, you'd need a crafting kit. Otherwise, you can try and make like we'll say for the purposes of this, a survival check with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm gonna challenge divinity, so I'm proficient in scrimshaw for 10 minutes.
I mean, you're proficient in survival.
That's true. Cool. That would be a total of 13.
13. I'd say you get something passable. You've maybe increased the value of this piece very slightly, but not significantly. So this little chunk is probably worth maybe 20 gold pieces, as opposed to, and the total piece of ivory of that is now worth 140. So you increased its value by 10 essentially.
Okay. Not bad for a first attempt. I think it's more practice.
Okay. You guys continue making your way out to the north towards Nalia, and the journey is simple. You don't really encounter any additional monsters or bandits. This isn't an area that people commonly travel.
Is urine tagging along? Paul?
Urin continues to follow. At a certain point along the way, before you guys make it to the city, he says, "I think this is about where I'm going to leave you. I'm just gonna head west directly to the river, and I'm going to catch a ride south from here. And thank you so much for the help. You've been tremendous, and I've got many things to study. Please come see me. I would love to learn more about your adventures. You can look my shop up in Kushako, and I'll try and keep in touch."
What is your shop's name?
Well, it is simply Urin's Magical Melodies. But I bid you adieu, and he begins casting a spell, and this phantom steed kind of appears. And he jumps on and he rides off into the sunset.
Maybe he can teach me that one next time. That would be useful.
Why did he wait to do that until he left? Like, we could have gone here so much faster.
I mean,
there's-
it probably only carries 1 or 2 people.
Well, he could just do it multiple times, right? Make more steeds.
The guy was shifty as hell.
I thought he was kind of nice. He let us all this ivory. And look at my chalk.
It's true. I was afraid he was going to try to use us to gather the items and then steal them from us. So he's fine.
Yeah, we may have judged him a bit harsh. But, I mean, the cannibalism jokes were absolutely hilarious.
I do understand that it's hard to trust, especially when someone seems too kind.
I will say, I think after that point, we kind of got a good gauge on his, loyalty, his threat level.
Yeah, we scared him more than he appeared to be any kind of threat to us.
It was quite entertaining.
Well, now he thinks we're barbarians. I'm fine with that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think there's a lot of people who think we're barbarians at this point.
I could get used to that. It's a good reputation to have.
Should we have a barbarian tribe name? So when we introduce ourselves, there's, with a traveling band of bandits, Oh, I don't want to be evil, though.
Evil and intimidating are close. It's good to sound intimidating, just don't be evil.
So not the bad barbarians, but like the barely bad barbarians.
Keep pitching.
Barely bad barbarians. Oh, that could get us into a lot of trouble, though.
But none of us are barbarians.
Neither are we bad. I feel like most of us are fairly decent people.
It needs some luck. Well, we'll need to think of a team name.
I mean, where I come from, we name our tribes from the trees we live in. So I don't know that there's a place we could identify with.
Yeah, we haven't really passed many trees either.
Also true.
It's been a lot of desert and
Cactuses.
dry wetlands. Yeah, cacti. I know that word.
So there isn't a word for cactus in my language, sorry.
And all the papyrus paper.
Spiky trees.
Spiky trees?
I like the one you just came up with, the dry, wet ones.
Wetlands.
Oh,
Dry wetlands.
I misheard that. The dry, wet ones is what I heard.
Yes, we'll work on that one.
Could
We
be
have
the B
plenty of time to travel.
The
Agreed.
B team.
Maybe we should sleep on it
if we're
and
talking
pitch in the
about
morning, huh?
barbarians and
Should we
all
find
this
a
bees.
tavern and call it a day?
Let's go sell some ivory.
You guys are still quite a ways from town.
Oh, I thought we
Oh,
were.
I thought you said we were.
Urin left you
Oh,
before you guys got
but
to.
we're still.
Yeah, you're still traveling. You're probably like
Okay.
a week out.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
But
We will find a tavern eventually. And when I get there,
Well,
I'm
I'll watch
going to
Rainer
drink so
get very
much.
drunk.
there's just this gnawing feeling
might
at the
join you
back
for the
of my
first few
brain
rounds.
that's just
Drink some of the holy water.
difficult to describe.
If you mix holy water with ale, what does it do?
That is the question for the gods.
Well, we could find out.
I mean, we need some ale first.
Okay.
I'll have to go through my pack. Sometimes I have some on hand, but I think I drank it all.
so you guys continue making your way north, and you eventually find yourselves on the outskirts of Nalia. From the distance, you see the temple of Mashingu there, and you see the arena and the hypodrome that house the contests of skill and death. And we are going to end the session there with you guys on the footsteps of the town. Thanks for listening.
You have been listening to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the Rollfair team. Copyright 2021 by Rollfair LLC. All rights reserved. Visit us online at rollfair.com.